Hi Pisces, just doing a nighttime reading. Trying to see if there's any messages that need to get out there. Maybe it'll help you sleep better. Something that's weighing heavy on you. So you can get a good night's sleep. Pisces. Spirit guides and angels. Help me with Pisces. Spirit guides and angels, help me with Pisces. Okay, so you have the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So I've been feeling, and I'm feeling right now again, there's this like higher presence going on in your life. And I feel like you've been very attuned to it, and you've been able to hear it. You're able to see it quite possibly. Like you're seeing things. I feel like sometimes you see something from the corner of your eye and you're like, what was that? And you're not really sure, but you thought you saw something, and you probably did, but you kind of shrug it off like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But you have been seeing something in the corner of your eye. I feel like you have these you're like a medium type of person. Okay. You can see spirits. So you've been seeing spirits. And that's what they are in the corner of your eye. You can kind of see them. They've been talking to you. I see you as somebody that's been highly awakened, like this woman here with the 9 of Pentacles. Like you're on another level, and the bird is kind of like talking to her and guiding her, and maybe had some type of help in creating her to be this person that can see spirits. I think you've been able to do this for a long time, ever since you were young. Like you kind of had like I think there's one especially in particular in childhood that you can remember where you've seen a spirit. I believe it was in your dreams, but they still come to you in your dreams, and it can come to you in, when you're wide awake. But, I gotta do that again because it fell out. But you seem to like, there's one, if you recall back when you were younger, you had a situation. And I think recently they've been becoming more apparent in the last few years. But you definitely have been seeing things from the corner of your eye. And you're not really sure. You don't even give it a second thought, because you think it's just something and you just brush it off. Now, the Ace of Pentacles. You've been giving this gift, and it's been developing. When you were younger, it wasn't as developed because you weren't really sure, But as you got older, you were able to take this pentacle that you, when you were younger, you didn't take so well. And now you're kind of like understanding it more and you're using it more to your advantage. This is very recent that you're kind of like understanding your abilities, which it looks like it's a medium. The Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords to me is like, it signifies rebirth. Because when someone has been killed like that in so many different ways, especially in the back, like where you, it's like the most painful way, because it's like you don't see it coming. So there's no way you could defend yourself. It's like that is such a serious killing that has happened to you, Pisces. Like you died like heavily and very painfully, and then you're rebirthed now. You got rebirthed from the pain. So I can see how these abilities have strengthened throughout time. Pain is a big motivator for change. It can transform. It is very transforming pain. And I see that the pain has transformed you. You went from a place of not understanding whatsoever what was happening to you, but you were experiencing things, to a place of understanding, a complete understanding and acceptance of who you are and how you're going to handle things. And I think there was a point where you were kind of scared. And I also see that with the Seven of Cups. Like I feel like it was like a frightful time for you to see all these different things that you were seeing, entities, just maybe even something like where you saw it happening before it happened, like a prediction, or, you know, and you just didn't know what that was. Like, oh my God, did that just happen? Because I literally just thought of that, like, you know, a couple seconds ago. And then, you know, or I really just saw that in my dream and it just happened. I feel like this was something that happened to you, like the Tower card. You know, it's reversed though. So there was a point in your life where things got shaken up, kind of like with the Ten of Swords. Like everything changed. There was this huge, massive change. And I don't think it happened, you know, just by one thing. It happened by several different things, but it traumatized you and it left you for dead, but you resurrected. You were reborn into this other person. And I think those entities from the other side, they kind of saw you and they saw your pain and they helped rebuild you. And I think that's why you also were given, your strengths were even sharpened, and, you know, they kind of touched you a little. So you kind of became even better at it. So I could see that. I could see how those other people from the other side came and helped you with your strengths. All it takes is a slight touch, maybe even a word, and you get stronger in your abilities. And here's the Hierophant. It's like a type of wisdom. Yeah, there was this wisdom that was bestowed on you to help you grow, to help you heal. I do see that the entities on the other side, they felt bad that you were going through all the pain that you were going through. And they wanted to help you heal. So they came, they touched you, and they made you stronger. I feel like there was one entity in particular that you ran into, and you thought it was a human, but it wasn't a human. It was like, I don't know what they call those things, but it was kind of like maybe, yeah, like an alien, I guess, that was an imposter, like not really human. But you ran into one of those. And I think you know who the person was. They had like really good skin. The Hangman in reverse. I said they had really good skin. And then look, it's the Hangman reverse with the face glowing. The whole head is glowing. But to me, it's like the face is glowing. It is the skin. So you remember this person. They were like this glow about them. That person wasn't a real person. It was a entity alien. It wasn't a harmful one. They're just different. They're not like us, but they're different. And you ran into one of them. Three of Cups. I think you ran into more than one, but there's one in particular that you remember, the one with the good skin and the glow. You kind of sensed they were from somewhere else. The Three of Cups. It's telling me that there was more than one, but also you kind of didn't notice them because they were the ones that you went out partying with. You hung out with them like socially, and they blended in really good. They were like party people with you, but they were also other entities. So from what I'm seeing, from big portion of your life, you've seen a lot of different entities, and they were disguising themselves as people, and they helped you. They helped you to reach new levels in your spirituality. And that is why you're able to see the things that you see. And the Queen of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Now I'm seeing another entity that you saw. It was like a woman, and she seemed like she had all her stuff together, and you kind of admired her. You kind of like saw her as like, wow, she's very beautiful. She's so like creative, and her thoughts are so amazing. And you were like, you were very impressed by her. And she was also very, I'm not going to say loving, but she was kind. And she helped you feel good about yourself in a certain way. It's like you learned something from her and you took it away. You took it with you and you kind of just, it made you excel. It's another entity that helped you excel. So you, wow, they're all over the place. And then I have the Ace of Swords here, which is also telling me that it's like gifts that you've been given that have helped shape your mind, your crown chakra, your third eye, and there's the crown right there, but it's like it's helped awaken you. So you've just been running into all these entities for I don't even know how long. They're not bad, they're just aliens disguised as humans. And they seem to always gravitate towards you. And it's telling me that, you know, I said, I don't even know for how long. You know how, for how long? Since you were a child. Since you were a child, you were running into these other beings. And they've been loving on you and trying to help you grow. And this one in particular is someone that when you were a young child, maybe they were a little older than you and you had like a friendship with them and they made you feel things that you took away from that moment or that time, and you have really fond memories of it. You really enjoyed that time. You don't think of it at all. There's no negativity in it. So in certain ways, yes, I know that you ran into a lot of instances where there's a lot of pain, but there's always been these other entities of another world that have helped guide you to become the person that you have become today. And it's crazy because I was like, I don't know from when, and it's like childhood. Clear, very clear. The Four of Swords. The World in reverse. And the Death card in reverse. Give me one moment. So we got the World and the Death in reverse. I feel like when they're reversed, they're both telling me that there's something that is not changing. Something that has not come to full circle. Something that is not changing and has not come to full circle. You're still being worked at. You're still kind of like in this place of growth. It's like this is you in the Four of Swords where you're kind of like still like cooking, you know, like you're still baking, like you're still meditating to become something even bigger. Like these other beings have other intentions with you. I don't feel anything negative. I do feel like there's a reason why they've been helping you throughout your life since childhood. Again, the 8 of Swords in reverse. What's that mean? Like, not stuck? Awakened? Awakening. But it's not over. It's a process. There's something else that's supposed to happen. It has not happened yet. There's an event. And it's kind of like it's just kind of like in a suspended state, kind of like the World card in reverse. It's suspended right now. Like there's a state. We're not quite there. Why though? Why is this like the transformation is not complete? And when will the transformation be complete and how? Why is this suspended in the air for now? The Fool card. Why is it suspended in the air? So you don't fall. Fool and the 4 of Pentacles. They're protecting you. There's a protection. I'm not 100% clear on why. They're trying to protect you, but I just don't see from what. I don't. Maybe from getting too lost into it. So you don't lose your mind. Page of Cups and the Star card in reverse. Again, I see like something about you retreating too much into yourself, and other people will take notice of that and they will think that you're crazy. So I feel like they're protecting you from outsiders looking at you like you're crazy, because I think they have been. They've seen you be so in touch with your intuition and maybe even tell the stories of these other things that you've been seeing, and they kind of label you as insane. And maybe not even functioning the way you should be functioning. And that's what I see with the Star card. Like you're not functioning the way you should. So I feel like things are kind of in a hold state. And it's in a hold state because they see the trouble around you. They're going to start saying that you're insane. And it might even make you a little insane. I mean, to be able to see so much, I could see how that can make a person insane. Got the Seven of Wands. So I guess there was a point where you were constantly defending yourself with other people. And they suspended everything so that way you don't have to. That's why it's reversed. So I'm assuming this was a time when you were seeing so much. And you've been seeing things throughout childhood. But something happened and people started labeling you as crazy. So these other entities, to protect you, kind of took it away from you. So that way you won't see it so much anymore, or at all. And then that way you don't have to defend yourself from these people who are thinking that you're insane and you're just not right. It will come back. It's just that right now, it was too much. And the other people saw that. The entities saw that. And so they didn't want you to have a rough life. So they took it away for now. But it will all come back in the right time. You're like one of their helpers. They've known you since you were a child. And different entities have come to you. And they will come back. Don't be startled when they come back. Okay, Pisces. I hope this helped. Please like and subscribe.